Good morning. Tom, thank you for allowing me to go before many of the chapters to do our presentation. Sheya Angie Cody when Chiedo, na Kaidina Anschlido, Chishabashichin, Kabahadashido, Kia Anidashanale, Aro Zilensade in Ashado, Leupp Chapter. I am the chapter vice president. So in Leupp, just want to say thank you for the T-tip. I thought there's money obligated to Leupp north in 6910. There is, I think, maybe 3 miles of it, and I'm hearing bird springs because, you know, it's going to end that pavement if you put money to it. So I want to take that opportunity and say, you know, that probably needs to be revisited because it'll always be just that 3 mile of pavement. It won't reach anywhere. Just like there's a road out towards Crystal. I've been on that road. And then you just, you know, it leads to nowhere. It's going to end up like that. That's how I'm looking at it. Even though maybe 50 years ago the intent was to pave it all the way to Cameron. But all in all, this, you know, also appreciate the south, the 6910 south towards the casino, Tinigi, that partnership with Navajo Nation and the county. And I'm very grateful for that partnership because in recent days, we've been meeting with Mary West, and they're also really interested in partnering with us to do the road all the way to the casino. On the north side, 6910, a lot of families have come, and they're even closing, they've closed the community, outside communities come into that community now. And then also, there is a resolution before me to move Ramadas and everything out of, you know, near the Grand Falls. So I would think the 6910 would be a better investment. Although the impact of I-40 has really taken a toll on our community is a freeway. It's not a community, it's a freeway. People drive 70 miles per hour through Leupp. So I share it with you, Tom, a map. I just downloaded the Google map. Dita, Tom has this. So as you know, this is communities all the way, every chapter that's east of Leupp. And then every chapter that is north of Leupp. Once they get on N15, so I'm entertaining right there as you come into Leupp, just before the flea market, as you cross the bridge, should do a roundabout to slow down traffic. Flashing lights saying, you know, the speed limit, because the trailers, NHA and all that is right near the road. So all the way, and then we have stores, everything is right on the road. And then, you know, the school, we have a school that kind of is on the west end of the street. A quack, it don't roundabout. I see this speed is really dangerous in our community. To look at them, you know, people don't care. They speed through our community. After school, you know, the two schools, the kids walk in the bushes along the road. So I'm thinking sidewalk on both sides of the road. We have a little park near the chapter, a quack designated maybe pedestrian crossing, and then in front of the store though, we did have fatality there, a speed, and people just a quiet flea market, not store. So we moved the flea market out of that location because of the fatality. designated crossings throughout Ahajo'ogonajeho. So that is really, and then lay past the Nazarene Church as you start to come into Leupp. The door will be flash it on light, to slow down. So those are some of the recommendations that we have from Leupp. The other thing is down at Grand Falls, the bridge. So a lot of communities get stranded out in Leupp, west of the falls, the Hawanigi. We have 37 families that live out in that area, and it borders Talani Leupp Chapter boundaries. So the bridge would be if we can write grant. I know that I attended the national DOT conference, and there's a lot of monies. And I was also told Navajo does not write grant for bridge. There's a lot of money for bridge. And these are people, not also late, should award, I'm the person in charge of these awards. No, then I've never seen Navajo, no, so I was telling him, I showed him pictures of Grand Falls, and he was just like, well, why aren't you writing? I said, I've been asking. So, and then as you go towards Cameron, there's 67, 32, and 70. There's a little crossing there. It's a one-lane bridge. There's a lot of buildup under that now. Now the water is beginning to make that wider, and it's starting to. So I think cleaning under there, if we need to keep that bridge or do a whole new bridge, and so things don't get stuck under. Maybe we just know how to do low bridge. I don't know, because all the way around the Leupp area, if there is a bridge. There's been dizzed, all that. The whole refrigerator. Right now, the Grand Falls crossing, there's a lot of debris doing embankments, and it's causing the river to narrow, and it's starting to dig. So we need help cleaning upstream and making, fixing those debris, and also when it's widened, it flows very thin. Now because it's deepening, it's starting to rise. So there was a man named Left Hand, it's that every summer, all his life, probably the 70 years he's lived in Leupp, out of his kind heart, he used to clean that. During the summer, we would all make it a project, and all those men are gone now, the ones that used to volunteer and clean that road, because, they know that, and they used to do that. At Esani, they in that community, and it's hard for us to do that. Those are some of the priorities that I want to bring, and I'll follow this up with a resolution, and then I would also like to ask, because I work for the county in Flagstaff, and they are very successful in grant writing, and they've always asked Mr. Silversmith, can you give us the authority to help you write grant, and we'll secure the money for what is wrong with Navajo. As you know, there's a lot of money coming in for Coconino County now to mitigate all those floodings. So we have technical people in the partnership. I know there is money, because I've been praying endlessly for money to be blessed, for our tribe. And so that will be my presentation.
Thank you, Angie. Panel.
Just so you're aware, I know we got money recently on the bridge that came for studies that we got from Mr. Russell Grant. So we did apply for some. We did get some. I'm going to go on ahead and have you touch base with Leanne with planning to coordinate with Mr. Bradley to submit on those bridges. So I'll have Leanne speak first, and then on the the map that you showed us, I'm going to go on ahead and have Mr. Bowman see if we can go after some safety money for this project as well. So I'll let Leanne go first, and then Mr. Bowman.
Good morning. My name is Leanne Roy. Tisakadnin Shlona Kadanab Bashichin, the Oshichay, the Betlejan, the Oshanala Hashiha. So for the grants, by all means, yes, apply for the grants. We can assist you on those grants. We can also come out and meet with you and do some supporting documents also. We, airports does grants, planning does grants, transit does grants, engineering does grants, roads, every department within Navajo DOT, we all do grants. But mainly it comes to planning department. So we can go out and support chapters. So all chapters, not just Leupp Chapter, all chapters, get with us. Get with us, and there is hundreds and hundreds of grants. The place that you can start is grants.gov. That's the main website, and it'll even filter to transportation. I have here 52 pages of bridges, and this is all throughout Navajo Nation. So we have 2 bridges per page, so 2 times 52, what is that? Over 100 bridges that we're applying for bridges. So that's where our civil engineer, Daryl Bradley, he's right now applying for those bridges. He has to meet a deadline, which I think is either at the end of the week or next week. So he's trying to push all these 100 bridges within days. So that's why he's not here. So with Grand Falls, yes, by all means, we are getting a Fort Defiance planner soon, so she will be here May 20th, I think it was, May 20th, yeah. So we hear she's got a lot of grant expertise, so I'm glad she's coming aboard. Her name is Shaquella Yazi. So she will be Fort Defiance agency planner. And also we can, let's see, I gave you the website, but please get with us, planning department. Thank you.
Good morning again. I'm going to go over the bridges, yeah. The bridge inventory, there's a system that Russell Garcia oversees that you talked about. All the bridges, they're inspected every 2 years. That inspection is public information. The BIA has that. It'll tell you what's wrong with it. It's a rating from 100 to 0. All the ones that are rated below 30 are the ones that are priority that should be on that list that needs to be done. The main ones are those military bridges. Those were for just military purpose. They don't know how long it's going to last. So that's the ones they're trying to replace right away. So yes, just get that information. Have the grant writer use those bridge inspection reports to help you apply for those grants.
I think we're almost out of time on your section. Angie, get together with Mr. Bowman on submitting for a safety thing, because that looks like it falls right in line with the safety requirements, particularly the sidewalks, the turnaround, the flashing lights. Not sure about the roundabout, but we can always give it a try. So get together with Mr. Bowman. We want to stay on time because we want to respect your time as well. So thank you.